This video is going to be real quick, but hopefully real transformative. The mistake that I see some of the smartest trainers, facilitators, educators on the planet make over and over again is forgetting that they don't matter and nobody cares. This is what a mentor of mine, Matt Church, reminded me of once. He said, Chad, with all the love in the world, Chad, just remember, you don't matter and nobody cares. I realize this now. When I walk into a room and 100 other people are walking into a room, or 6,000 people are walking into an arena, the person they care about most is right behind their eyeballs. It's not the person on stage. It's not the person with the microphone. And so for me, the mistake can be remedied really quickly in this way. When you're prepping for any session or gathering, focus all of your attention and energy on what you're gonna and how you're gonna invite the group to contribute what they've got, as opposed to focusing on how you're gonna present what you've got. Do you feel the difference there, right? When you're trying to be liked by a group, ironically, they probably won't like you. Or at the very least, you're actually forcing them into the role of critic. Right? They have to either just say, like, I like what he said there, I don't like what he said there. Whereas when I invite a group to contribute, they are not critiquing what I'm saying. They are focused on generating something useful to share with their small group or the large group or whatever else. And so for me, this is one philosophical ethos of what a mentor of mine, Rod Lee, used to do at the beginning of class. While I was in grad school, we co-taught a team and leadership development course. And Rod would, at the beginning of class, take a podium and rotate it around. And he'd start the class by saying, this is how this class goes, right? Metaphorically saying, you are collectively smarter than I am. And so this class is really heavily designed to involve you and your contribution rather than impress you with all of my smarts and wisdoms. Now that doesn't mean you can't be an expert in the front of the room and share and bestow knowledge. It just means that your expertise is butter that you get to add to the popcorn that you're collecting from the group, right? It goes much better that way. It turns an education or a training context, it turns that into a conversation, a back and forth, where when somebody shouts something out, I get to add to it. Earlier this year, I was invited to give the opening keynote for the National Speakers Association. What I found so hilariously ironic is at the end of that keynote, it was a 45-minute keynote, at the end of that keynote, I got a standing ovation with a bunch of speakers who are heavy critics. And the ironic part is, I didn't speak for more than 40% of the keynote. I invited them to, right? And everybody loved it. And so just a reminder not to fall into the trap of thinking that you're too important.
What struck you? What did you notice?
Pride in what we do.
Pride in what we do.
It was a little hard.
It was a little difficult. Yeah, some of these questions, well, many of these questions, you may have never been asked.
Right. Fully engaged with them.
Fully engaged, immersed.
Rule following.
Rule following. What do I do next? I wasn't listening to Chad.
Breaking.
Rule.
I wanted to keep talking.
Right, rule breaking. Yeah, this is good. Questions are like keys that open doors, right? But unlike, this is one of my absolute favorite features of questions. Unlike a key that unlocks the door to your car, it's like the custodian's key. A question unlocks many, many, many doors.
Now, if you want to master the how do you actually make this come to life, how do you design sessions that everybody loves, that you do half the work in, this is the entire ethos of the Masterclass that I teach once a year to a small cohort of people called the contribution method. And there's probably a link somewhere where you can register your interest and check out more information on that. It is one of my favorite things to teach all year, and I hope to see you there. Have an awesome day.